for correctional officers. And then protesters clash as Kogi group disowns Natasha, threatens recall over Akpabio feud. I'm looking at Chukuma. Yes, interesting times. Okay, so we can't. Oh, there is another headline here. At length, can Tinubu cleric urge repentance, love, peace, kindness, prayers? All right then. So let's start off with the Akpabio Natasha incident and some of these groups, chiming in. Well, I think I spoke earlier in the day, and I think the right thing for any right-thinking person to do is to step aside. It would have been wise for Akpabio to step aside for investigation to take place. In as much as we saw what happened yesterday, where the petition presented by distinguished Senator Natasha was, thrown out by the Ethics and Disciplinary Committee. But we also saw a few behavior that one would say is unbecoming of a senator, where a senator made certain allegations against her, and then she tried to speak. She wasn't recognized before she spoke, and she, spoke at the top of her voice in the Senate. Is that something that should be, condoned because we feel some rights are being trampled upon? I particularly think if Senator Natasha was playing by the rules, knowing if she had gone through the rule book and knows the rules and plays by the rules, I think it will make her case a lot more better. Because, the rule book, according to the Senate, says you can't present a petition signed by you, And one who knows the rules, like I was saying in the morning, if you know the terrain, you know how to fight your battle. Should know that, okay, now that this has happened, let me play cool, get at least one person on my side, and have that person sign this and present it. That way, it will not be thrown out. Whether or not they look into it, and if they decide to still throw it out, Nigerians will know that, yes, you did not play by the rules. So now, the way things are going, some have said it's the beginning of the end. Okay, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. Even though he owned it. Yes, I can actually, refer this to him. He actually said it, that this is the beginning of the end for Akpabio.
That's not true.
Okay, you don't think so too?
I don't think so.
Should I bet with him? Because he said we should bet. Should I? Should we bet?
Please, I give you full
no, unfortunately.
But let me tell you. You see, women have traveled this route
for a
long while.
How do you mean?
It's very
harassed?
easy. No.
Okay.
To allege that men harass them, even in offices. If you are hard on a woman for not doing her job, she'll find a way to place that on you.
Are you speaking from experience?
Yes. An emotion will run high. You are bullying a weaker sex. But in most cases, I'm not saying in all cases, in most cases you find out that these stories are not true. That's one. Two, if you say Akpabio should resign or to step aside.
Step aside.
Because of this kind of frivolous allegation that has not been proven.
Frivolous, you call it?
Yes.
Frivolous.
Yes.
It's not frivolous. Well, it has to be.
I am saying this, one, for the fact that I have seen people that were victims before in offices.
Of false accusations.
Of false accusations. And it was found out that those allegations were not true. You understand? As a matter of fact, the most dangerous female in an office is that one that does not have skill and lazy. If you get too close to that person, you can be robbed with this kind of allegation. So for me, one, Natasha absolutely destroyed her case. From that day, she stood up in the National Assembly and she was talking without being recognized. That's against the ethics. And there are rules guiding the floor of the House during plenary. If you feel strongly about your chair being removed, and she said she wanted visibility. Is that the business of legislating? Say because if they put her somewhere not close to the front, the Senate President will not see her or whoever is presiding for her to be called to talk. So is the chamber about showmanship? Did you bring any bill that was not
Well, she did say that she tried to propose some bills, and
she tried to propose?
Yes, and the Senate, disregarded her calls.
Now, after all this, if you say Akpabio should step down
for investigation,
then another person will come to Lagos State tomorrow and say, this is my problem. Another one will go.
No,
so everywhere those allegations are leveled,
no,
then people should step down for investigation.
To be carried out is not resigning.
I'm not saying she's resigning. You are stepping aside.
So that you're not seen as influencing things. That's the ideal thing in a saner climb.
Okay. Well,
but like I said, okay. Her actions has made her case watery. Unfortunately,
okay. It's quite unfortunate. It's also unfortunate that people like Dele Fanimo are already being judgmental, taking sides without even knowing the facts of the matter.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you, how could Dele stand here and say that? Did she bring any bill or motion?
That was rejected.
Would not know that 6 times her motions were stood down by the Senate President.
In the floor of the House.
On the floor of the House, on plenary.
You have a
yes, it's out there. She said it. Did the Senate President deny it?
She said so.
Yes, did the Senate President deny it? Did he?
He has not denied it.
No. See,
he has not
the fact of the matter is that, look, and you are talking about ethics is unethical.
Let me ask you.
We are talking about ethics that is unethical. What is ethical in that house? What has Akpabio done that is ethical in that house?
So students now make it right.
Do you think?
No, but
do you think that it's only her own bills or motions that have been stepped down?
Now it is left for any other person to say my bill has also been stood down. She shouldn't speak for other people. She spoke for herself. Yes, that's it for me. See, the whole thing, as far as I'm concerned, I have not passed judgment on Akpabio. I have not said that he's guilty. What I'm saying is that he should allow proper investigation to be conducted.
Has he stopped?
Allegation. Yes, he's stopping it. When Natasha, yes, he tried to stop it. You didn't watch it yesterday. When Natasha stood up to present her petition yesterday.
She was not recognized yet. Somebody else was speaking.
And what happened? No. That was not what happened. The Senate President put off Natasha's mic. When Natasha said, Senate President, with all due respect, do not put off my microphone. I want to speak, and I'm speaking. It was at that point that Akpabio now leashed himself and allowed her to speak. So, and you see, like I said, he was fidgeting. Akpabio was fidgeting. He was stuttering, he was thrown off balance. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just telling you.
You're already judgmental.
No, I'm being interpretive. I'm telling you what happened.
You are just being judgmental.
No, I'm not.
How could you have said the Senate President was fidgeting?
Go back to that. Can we play that video, please?
Let's play it and see.
The video? You see it. So in all of this, my concern and the concern of many Nigerians is that, look, a proper investigation should be conducted. If Natasha is telling a lie, we should know. We have lawyers. We have criminologists, even in that house. On that Senate, we have criminologists. They should be able to dissect everything that happened, around what happened in Ekotekbene, what happened in Akpabio's office, and all of that. And they should also establish the fact if there's
a camera in the office.
There should be. There should be in the Senate President's office. I don't know whether there will be a camera there, They should also rely on precedents. Let's go back to what happened in NDDC between Akpabio and who? Another woman. So all these things, if you put all these things, we have very brilliant Nigerians now. Nobody is saying that Akpabio is guilty, but the trial should be free and fair.
All right then. Let's look at a few other headlines here. Manufacturers walk tightrope as rising costs narrow profit margins. And yesterday,